Take action to approve employee 1 year leave of absence.
Also move.
Second.
Moved by Doug, seconded by Dan. Leave of absence is because I'll be working with children and living in Ecuador and Peru along with my husband for 6 or more months beginning this September. It has been such a great experience to work in this district for 6 years. Any comments or questions on the motion?
Here's a comment. This is what you do to attract good teachers. We have a good teacher. She's only been here 6 years. We feel it's in the best interest of our district to retain her, and it's in the best interest of her and her future as a teacher to take a sabbatical and go to South America. And that's why we put this on here for approval.
All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is it Catherine? I got lost in here somewhere, talking about the surveys and whatever. Is the board going to do another morale survey? Is that?
It's going to be discussed at our next committee meeting.
Okay. Thanks.
Take action to approve student handbook updates.
Also moved.
I'll second.
Moved by Dawn, seconded by Doug. Any questions?
I just wanted to ask in our handouts, I didn't notice that the lunch was added, the wording that Dr. brought up. I didn't see it in either one.
I changed it in my,
Okay, I just didn't see it in here, so I just want to make sure that reflected.
yeah, I made a change on that.
Okay, yeah, because I brought it up.
Right.
Would you like me to send Mr. Young a copy of it?
If you could, please.
Okay. Actually, I don't have to wait till July because my secretary's gone, so but I'll get it.
Okay, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, nay? Take action to approve the employee handbook updates.
Also moved.
Second.
Moved by Dawn, seconded by Dan. Any questions or comments?
The only question I had is, I thought we were, or at least agreeable, to adding language in there about notifying teachers when positions became available with the district email.
It's still in
And it's, all I saw was the reference of removing it. Is it in?
It's still in the handbook. What's being removed is posting on the district website.
Okay, all right.
So there would still be an email if there was a vacancy.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, nay? Take action to approve the expenditure for the technology project.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Dan, seconded by Tom. Any questions or comments?
Discussion. So we will get rid of the blacks now, right? Black books.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't have them anymore.
Okay. So the only thing we'll have left is the blues. And then we start, what are we going to call the new one? The middle school grays?
Sure.
I can't come up with a name for them, because the new ones will be whites after that, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I just want to make sure they are removed and purged from the building so we don't have issues in the future of having to do upgrades or fixes or whatever.
eBay one.
I don't know if eBay, but sales.
Just ask how you plan to get rid of them.
Yeah.
In the past, we've just put them out for sale when the district has had a sale, so we just probably do the same process.
Thank you.
I just had two quick questions on this. You feel good, Cannon, budget-wise, if we make the move to replace all of them? You don't foresee any?
It's gonna be tight, but we'll be fine. We'll, within everything else else going on, and we'll be okay.
Okay. And then the second thing, do we have any sort of roadmap that we've written down? Now that we're kind of getting into more of a cyclical plan of, you know, doing grades by grade type of replacements of the various hardware, it would be great to reference, especially me as the new guy. Well, so much of this is from memory that you guys just know because you've been here a while, that, you know, the blues and the blacks and, you know, this and that. It would be great to, when we have these discussions, have, okay, this is what the plan was for this year, this is what we're gonna do to be able to reference, and for everybody who kind of goes through the building and grounds too. So much of that is based on memory.
Absolutely, we have started some of that in our network portion and infrastructure. We can certainly add that onto our devices as well.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
For me at least. Thanks.
All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, nay. Take action to approve expenditure for the Fox River Maintenance Project.
Also moved that would be for the playground.
Second.
Moved by Doug, seconded by
Basketball
Tom.
court.
What said $8,400?
Paid tech.
Big Tech was moved.
So remove the existing basketball court, which will be ground up and used for fill, and replace it with a new asphalt court, single court, where the old one was.
Yes.
All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, nay. Take action to approve the summer course offerings. This is the rec committee.
Also moved.
Second.
By Doug, seconded by Dawn. Questions or comments?
The intent of this action item is if there are any courses that qualify for summer school FTE, those would need board approval. And so the point is that not everything we're offering through the rec department is going to be eligible for summer school FTE credit. But the point is it's just a procedural piece that the board's approved. Some things that would qualify or might qualify.
All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Unanimous, nay. Take action to approve the transportation route expansion.
Also moved.
Second.
Aye.
By Dawn, seconded by Tom.
What I would ask from the board this evening is actual provisional approval. And the reason I call it that is, as Dan mentioned 2 months ago, the bus company is looking at switching some of its fleet around, so we would have larger buses at Woodfield. And then also reassigning some kids to different routes to even things out a little bit. So the possibility exists that the concerns of overcrowding, especially in Route 3, would be alleviated. I'm meeting with the bus company next week to finalize this. So what I'm getting at with the provisional piece is, if we can't rectify that, the board still approve the addition of a bus. If we can rectify it, there will be a bus. Does that make sense?
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Take action to approve the United Way Partnership Project.
Also moved.
Moved by Doug, seconded by Dawn.
And I believe United Way would be seeking funding for that, so there will be no funding out of our district for it.
Also, I'd like to make an amendment, because I don't know what the motion is, other than just approving. Are you approving with signifying that it's not out of our budget?
Yes.
Okay, then I don't have a motion. So as long as it's not out of our budget, that's a motion.
Do that again.
Well, I would modify it if the motion was just approving the agenda. But Doug is saying that he does not agree with it coming out of our budget for the 5,000, which is I brought up at the committee. I would be in agreement with him, so I won't modify my motion if that's his motion.
And she said that they were getting funding from the outside. She was meeting with Lions Club. Right. And at the other projects, like in Burlington, that they had outside funding that.
That's going to be along the other.
They're along this path here. Originally, they wanted to do it behind going over to Woodfield, but feeling was it would be more lit up here and that way it could be open for vandalism and that.
Now, the other thing that I would want to know, and this is why kind of the motion is the more important thing of this whole thing, is not moving it, but clarification of it, that United Way will pay for any future modifications of this trail for painting it, not the school district. So this should not be something that the school district is going to be funding forever on a recurring basis. United Way should be taking ownership of this thing. If all United Way is going to do is have a few people come in and paint something and put a sign on it, and that's it, I'm not in favor of that. But if they are going to be held accountable that they're taking care of this, the district is not. And the other issue comes down to is this would include the fact that we need to spray and repave or reseal all the asphalt before United Way does this. Because once it's on there, they paint. There's no way to repave that or reseal it after that. So,
So we're comfortable that United Way is taking
In her proposal, she said they'd be doing it about every 4 years redoing it.
are you going to draw a contract up with them, Chris? Yes, we have it written down so we know what's going on.
Any other comments? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, Lene?